Welcome to another interview presented by Alabama Wrestling Forums. I'm Jackson Bast here with three-time Alabama State champ and recent recommit to the University of Cumberlands, Chandler Akins. How you doing today, Chandler?
I'm good. How are you?
I can't complain. So the first thing I have to ask you is, what got you into wrestling?
Well, I started when I was around like 8 years old, and then it just took on from there. I played baseball and I really didn't like that, so I chose to go with wrestling, and then everything happened.
Was there anything that specifically kind of pulled you to wrestling when you were younger?
I think I thought it was like WWE when I first started, because I was a little kid, and then I went there and it wasn't WWE, but that's what initially started it.
Honestly, as long as I've known you, you've been, quite a pretty dominant wrestler, even in middle school, as if when you went through high school. What would you really contribute that to your early dominance?
Definitely the club wrestling. Shad came in when we were around 10, 11, 12, somewhere around there. And since he came in, I felt like my game stepped up like a pretty good bit just from having him in the room and getting better off him.
And what are some of the things that Coach Shad taught you to elevate your wrestling?
He's big on being on your feet. He likes to break a guy like from neutral. He's gonna want you to, like he says, we're the best in our country on our feet. So he wants you to be the best in the country on your feet. So, I felt like my neutral game definitely improved with Shad being there, and who knows what it would be without him. So.
And of course, as we move into your high school career, you were a 4-year starter for Thompson, and at 106, I know that you were with a very underweight Sam Latona, and I don't know too much about what was going on in that room. I'm pretty sure that what I heard. I don't know, Chandler. Do you think you were kicking Sam's butt his freshman year?
Well, every time we wrestled off, Sam beat me. I'll say that. But I beat guys that he beat throughout the year, or he didn't beat throughout the year. So, and then they were like true 106s, and the coaches saw that. So I guess that's why they chose me.
And what was it like being, daily practice partners with Sam?
Oh, it was good. I got a lot better off being with him, and then he's a hard worker, and he's gonna keep going till he gets tired, and he don't get tired, so he's just gonna keep going. And he pushed me a lot, I'd say, throughout my high school career.
And of course, like I said, you were a 3-time state champ, and honestly, it never seemed like you were fazed by being in the spotlight. So, Thompson must do a pretty good job of preparing all you guys for the postseason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we took like classes and stuff, like not like classes, but like we'd have like a morning where we'd go into a classroom and just talk about like scenarios and like things that we needed to be doing to be a champion and all that. So that definitely, I'd say, helped. And just wrestling for Thompson, that you got to do what it takes to be a champ.
So your senior year, and I don't want to get this wrong, I'm pretty sure that was one of the years that you guys broke some kind of record. Was that the first year you guys put, was it 7 in the finals, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, we did have 7 in the finals that year.
Because that's the only way you could get Weltson to wear a suit.
No, I think he wore a suit my junior year too.
But I can't remember. I talked to him once about the rules behind how he got you guys to do it all. But that's just a phenomenal feat to be able to put 7 guys in the finals. And I'm not going to say that all of them were a Chandler Akins or a Gabe Hixenbaugh. You had some guys who were making their first appearance in the state finals, some of which weren't even state qualifiers the year before.
Yeah, we had our heavyweight. He did good my senior year. And then we just had a bunch of guys like step up right at the end of the year. I mean, I don't even think like out of the 7 finalists, the guys that like we didn't know if they'd make it to the finals, I don't think that they like got first or anything at sectionals either. So I mean, they just turned up at the right time.
And of course, following your senior year, news broke that you were committing to the University of the Cumberlands. So originally, what pulled you to being a Patriot?
Well, I knew Countryman. He was the coach at that time, and I mean, I liked him a lot. Like he was a funny coach or a funny guy. And then, so I decided to go there. I mean, that was one of my better offers, so I chose them. Then when we got there, Countryman was not the funny guy that like I remembered from high school. Like, I mean, like we'd like say jokes and stuff, but I mean, in college, it's a lot different.
And yeah, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think in the first poll, you were ranked in the top 25.
Yeah, I beat like one of the top 10 guys and then got ranked. And then I got hurt and then just declined.
But of course, the big news that everybody's seen, I've seen it reposted probably 20 plus times on the Instagram stories, is the fact that you're going back to the University of Cumberlands and to wrestle for Coach Ruff and reclaim your spot as a Patriot. So why?
Well, I've been a lot of stuff has happened since I left the sport, and it wasn't good stuff. So I started praying about it and just thinking about it. And I didn't even think about like going back to wrestle. Like I just like, and then like one day I woke up and it popped up in my head and I started reaching out to coaches and here we are now.
So, of course, it's not the same coach that was there at the University of Cumberlands when you first signed on. Is there anything that you really, really admire about the new coach, Coach Ruff?
So far I've heard that he's a good coach from the guys I know already up there, and he's very like technical. And so, I mean, I don't know a lot about him, but from what I've heard, he's a good coach.
So then who were you kind of in contact with when you made the decision to go back up there?
I talked to Coach Ruff, and then I talked to some of my buddies that go up there now.
So, of course, what are you doing right now for preparation as you are to make your way back up there?
So I started working out more, and I go on runs every now and then. But I mean, you got to get back into wrestling shape, and you can't do that without wrestling. So I mean, this summer I'm gonna do a lot of hard work and get back into shape and get into the best shape that I can be in and be the best wrestler that I can be before I go up there.
Well, that is awesome to hear. I know we are absolutely excited to hear about your recommitment to the sport and to the University of Cumberlands. And Chandler, that's all the questions I have for you today. Is there anything you want to say to my viewers before I let you go?
I got nothing.
Well, of course, like I said, congratulations. And thank you so much for joining me.
No problem.
And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and stay cool up in wrestling.